USA Network. Man, what a joke. Now we know they're not serious about basketball on this network. Great. Oh, great. Here we go with her bullshit again. She's biased against Caitlin Clark. No doubt about it. No one wants to hear that hateful clown.
That reaction right there? That's not just disappointment. That's fans watching the WNBA repeat the exact same mistake it's been making all season. USA Network just announced their studio coverage team for the 2026 season. And the name at the top of that list has Caitlin Clark fans ready to boycott before the season even begins. L. Duncan, the same ESPN commentator who spent the last year becoming the face of anti-Clark sentiment in sports media. And now, she's leading USA Network's coverage of 50 WNBA games next season.
L. Duncan is slated to lead the USA Network's WNBA studio coverage next season per Sports Business Journal. Yikes. Yep. Right there. We cannot get away. There is no escape. USA is set to broadcast at least 50 games in 2026. They're one of the new networks.
Let's establish the timeline here, because context matters. When L. Duncan left ESPN, fans genuinely thought they were done with what they'd been dealing with all season. The constant dismissal of Clark's impact, the bizarre defense of every hard foul, the thinly veiled contempt for the fan base that actually showed up and drove ratings through the roof. The Sports Business Journal broke the news, and the response was immediate. Not just negative, but visceral. We're talking about fans who watched every game, bought tickets to arenas that had been half empty for years, and drove the WNBA to record viewership numbers. And the league's response? Putting someone openly hostile to their favorite player in charge of studio coverage.
Correct. Because if you don't check those boxes, L. Duncan said you just might as well not even try. Yeah, little cringe action right there. Great. Another person who hates Caitlin. Not a serious league. She needs to go away. She's so annoying. Are there no others left? Perfect job for...
Look at those comment sections. This isn't a handful of angry fans on Twitter. This is a coordinated reaction to what USA Network is trying to sell them. Not sure if there's anyone who covers the WNBA more harshly or more hatefully than Duncan. That's not hyperbole. Throughout the 2025 season, she became the go-to voice for downplaying Clark's rookie campaign. Even as Clark shattered records and brought unprecedented attention to the league, while other commentators evolved their takes as the numbers became undeniable, Duncan doubled down. And here's what makes this announcement particularly tone-deaf. USA Network is one of the new broadcast partners in the WNBA's massive media rights deal. This was supposed to be a fresh start. New network, new energy, new approach to covering a league that just experienced explosive growth. Instead, they're recycling the exact dynamic that alienated the fan base responsible for that growth.
Yikes. A little bit about the schedule release. Releasing the 2026 schedule is a key step as we prepare for the WNBA's 30th season. Allows teams, partners, broadcasters, fans to begin essential planning for the year ahead. The league views the league schedule as a necessary part of business operations that allow teams to start logistical planning and sell ticket packages. Also, to secure optimum arena dates, all the more crucial for teams who don't.
Now, let's talk about what's happening behind the scenes while fans are processing this announcement. The WNBA Players Association just released what can only be described as propaganda, and the timing is deliberate. WNBA players deserve higher salaries and better working conditions. Send an email to WNBA leadership telling them to negotiate in good faith and pay their players fairly. Here's what that statement conveniently ignores. The owners already put a deal on the table that would give players nearly 9 times their current salary by the end of the next collective bargaining agreement. 9 times. We're not talking about a modest raise. This is a fundamental restructuring of player compensation that reflects the league's new reality. Yet, the players haven't signed it. And while they hold out, the league just released the full 2026 schedule. Fans are circling games. Paige Bueckers versus Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese versus Clark. The new Golden State Valkyries making their debut. New York Liberty running it back with their championship core. Toronto and Portland building expansion rosters from scratch. Momentum is entirely on the league's side right now. Fans are engaged.
Sponsors are invested.
The new TV deal is massive. And every day the players don't sign that agreement, they look more out of touch with the moment.
Confused. The NBA and WNBA as leagues, the owners have momentum. They got the fans behind them. We've talked about the numbers in the CBA proposal that the players refuse to sign. We see that they're getting nearly 9 times raise by the end of the next CBA if they would just sign it. And with all that momentum, Adam Silver said, boom, here's the schedules. Y'all get fired up.
Adam Silver understood exactly what he was doing with that schedule release. He's putting pressure on the players without saying a word. Get fans excited about specific matchups. Let them start planning which games they're attending. Build anticipation for storylines that span the entire season. And then sit back and wait for those same fans to ask the obvious question. You're going to sign this deal and actually play these games, right? Because right now, Toronto and Portland don't even know who's going to be on their rosters. Free agency is frozen. The expansion draft can't happen. Fans who want to buy season tickets for the new teams have no idea what product they're getting. The longer this drags out, the more it looks like players are holding the league's momentum hostage. And that's not a winning PR strategy when your union is simultaneously asking those same fans to email the league on your behalf.
Flash forward 3 months and people are like, oh, we are sick of y'all's asses. Sign this deal and let's get on with the season. Stop it. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you're still subscribed. That's still a thing on YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. Just keep unsubscribing, folks. Don't get it. Don't know what's going on. It's happening across all channels. Everybody's channels. So it's obviously some kind of a glitch. Nonetheless, here we are.
Back to the Duncan situation, because this reveals something important about how the WNBA and its broadcast partners view their audience. Look at the pattern. The league just experienced its most successful season in history. Attendance up 48%. Playoff viewership breaking records across multiple networks. Caitlin Clark's games averaging over 2 million viewers on ESPN. The Indiana Fever going from irrelevant to must-watch television. And the response from the media establishment? Lecturing the new fans about why they're watching wrong. Suggesting their interest is somehow illegitimate because it's focused on one player. Treating the growth as suspicious rather than celebrating the breakthrough the league desperately needed. Duncan became the face of that response. Not because she was the only one expressing skepticism, but because she was the most consistent and dismissive. While the numbers climbed, her message stayed the same. This isn't real growth. These aren't real fans. Caitlin Clark isn't that special.
Players deserve a higher salary and better working conditions. Send an email to WNBA leadership telling them to renegotiate in good faith and pay their players fairly. Come on, folks. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's crazy.
Now, USA Network looks at that dynamic and decides that she's exactly who should lead studio coverage. Not someone who can bridge the gap between new fans and longtime supporters. Not someone who can explain the nuances of the game while acknowledging the star power driving interest. Instead, they chose someone already antagonistic toward the largest segment of the audience. The comment that keeps appearing is simple and devastating. There goes any casual fan interest. That's the calculation USA Network is making. They're betting that fans will watch anyway because they want to see the games, that the appeal of seeing Caitlin Clark play live will override their frustration with studio coverage, that they can have their cake and eat it too, serve the traditional WNBA audience with commentary choices while still benefiting from the viewership the new fans provide.
The madder the fans are going to get. Y'all ought to be mad anyway, because guess what? We don't know where players going, and Toronto and Portland don't know who the hell's going to be on their team yet. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Here's what makes this entire situation so frustrating. The WNBA finally has what it's been begging for over 28 years. Mainstream attention, sold-out arenas, legitimate star power that transcends the sport, and a fan base willing to invest time and money into following the league. And at every turn, the institutions surrounding the league seem determined to alienate those fans. The Players' Union puts out propaganda asking for support while refusing to sign a deal that would nearly 10x their salaries. Broadcast partners hire personalities who spent a year dismissing the player responsible for the growth. The league releases schedules while